I'm going to show you 3 different ways to auto-populate form fields by repeating or duplicating a field throughout your PDF document in Adobe Acrobat Pro. Let's take a look. Okay, here we have our PDF open and we are in Adobe Acrobat Pro, and I've clicked on Prepare a Form. So once you have all your tools available, just click on Prepare a Form, and then we have our form fields here. Now in this document, we want to repeat the name field. One of the things that we can do if we have a PDF where we have multiple pages, so in this example, we have a 2-page PDF here, and I want to have the name repeated at the top. All I have to do is select the field that has the name. I'm going to right click and then click on duplicate across pages. And it will ask me if I want to duplicate on all the pages of my PDF, or I can select a range. I'm going to click OK to duplicate this on the top of the second page. And when I scroll down, I can see that the name field has been automatically placed on my second page, and then I can just drag and drop where I want to place that. Now what I can do is preview my form, and when I scroll up and I type in the name up here and hit tab, I can scroll down and see that that name is automatically duplicated on the second page. I'm going to go ahead and click on Exit Preview, and I'm going to show you the second way that you can duplicate or auto-populate your fields. I'm going to delete this for now. I'm going to come back up. And up here, I'm going to go ahead and click on the 3-dot action menu up here, and I'm going to click on Clear Form. That just clears the contents. When you test your form, you can clear it out. And so now what I want to do is duplicate by copying and pasting. So all you have to do in Adobe Acrobat Pro is click on the field that you want to have duplicated or auto-populated throughout the document, click on Control-C to copy it, and then place your cursor where you want that field to appear. So I'm going to hit Control-V and then drag and drop. So I want that name to also appear here, and I can go down here, select, and then hit Control-V and then place that form field. So again, by copying, it will also duplicate the field, because if you notice, if we double click and open the properties of the form field, we know that it's named Name1. And I can close that out. And when we copy and paste that field and I double click, the property name is exactly the same on those additional fields that I copied and pasted. So that will mean when the user fills in the field up here, it will populate in those other 2 fields. So just to show you, we can go back to Preview, type the name in, hit tab, and it's going to populate automatically. So that's an example of copying and pasting to duplicate your fields. And I'm going to exit my preview again. We're going to come up here to our 3 dots and clear the form out. And the third way to do this, and this is going to be a scenario where maybe you already have an existing PDF form with the fields already built out, and you might have different names for those fields, different properties. So in that example, I'm going to come over here and we're going to be able to duplicate these fields by using JavaScript. And so in this example, we have our form field name up here, and that's where we want the user to fill in the name, and we want it to populate here as well as down here. But notice that the properties for these other 2 fields are already set up, and they have a different property name for those fields, which means when a user fills in the top field, it's not going to auto-populate. So what we want to do is create JavaScript that will automatically populate in these fields. So I'm going to double click the field where we want the name to appear, and I'm going to click on the Calculate tab. And over here, I'm going to click on Custom Calculate Script and Edit. And this is an example of the code. I'm going to copy and paste the code in the description below this video so that you can use it. And what this is saying is that it wants to grab the field that's called name1, which is the name of our first field up here. So if you're going to use this code, you're going to want to replace what's in between these quotes with the name of the field, the original field that you want to have populated. And then you're going to replace this quotes down here with the name of the field where you want that to appear. So in this case, it's first name. So that's where you're going to update and customize this code to fit the parameters of your form. So once you have that filled in, you're going to click OK and then close. And then you're going to come down to the next field that you want to have auto-populate with that name. We're going to double click, go to the Calculate tab, click on Custom Calculation Script, Edit, and in this case, we want that name1 to populate first name 2, which is the name of the second field down here that we want to have populate. So once you've got that set up in there, you're going to click OK, and you're going to click Close. And then when we preview this form, we'll go up to the top, type in our name, hit Tab, and we have the auto-populate feature there using the JavaScript that will populate those fields. Depending on your PDF setup, one of these 3 methods to auto-populate form fields in Adobe PDF Forms will work for you. Check out my channel for other videos on how to create fillable PDF forms. If you found this helpful, be sure and give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. You can subscribe to my channel and click the bell to receive a notification every time I post a new video. Visit my website, SharonSmithHR.com. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.